Welcome back, coaches. Today was the first day of school in our house, which means everything's changing again. Summer is a little chaotic around here. Between driving kids to camp, letting them monkey around on the indoor swings next to my office, and answering the constant, "Can I have screen time now?" There's just a lot more family management. So when school starts again, I do breathe a little sigh of relief. It's good for our family. And I always think, yes, now I can finally push forward in my business again. I can create more, help more coaches, grow more. But here's something that I saw. As I noticed that shift in my mindset, I had to ask myself, why wasn't I doing that during the summer? Why did I feel like I had to wait? And the answer was pretty simple. The answer is mindset. It wasn't that I didn't have the time. I had the system set up. I gave myself permission to ease up. And what happened was that I just wasn't as efficient. The truth is it would have been totally possible to keep moving forward while still being present for my family. So that's what we're talking about today. I'm actually sharing a replay of one of my most popular episodes, the mindset and math of hitting six figures as a life coach. I needed to hear this again myself, and I think you might too, especially if you're feeling that back to school, back to business energy. Even if you're not a parent, this will help because no matter what season you're in, life is always changing. These mindset fundamentals are what help you keep going no matter what. Let's get into it. Welcome back, life coaches. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I think doesn't get talked about nearly enough when we have big business goals. What it really takes to hit six figures. I've talked about using my 6-step process to get there, but there is this other side of it. If 100,000 still feels big or far away to you, this episode is going to break it down into something that feels a lot more doable. Because the truth is, it comes down just to two things: the math and the mindset. Let's start with the math. You don't need to go viral. You don't need to be booked solid with clients. You don't even need a huge following. I talk about that a lot. Hitting six figures is just math. It can happen in a large number of ways. You could have 10 clients at $10,000. That's 100,000. 25 clients at $4,000 each. That's 100,000. 100 clients at 1,000. That's another way to hit 100,000 for the year. 200 clients at $500. There are, as you can see, dozens of combinations that add up to that same number. What matters is that you have offers, a simple system to promote them, and a steady stream of people coming into your world. In fact, this is the exact system that I teach my clients to use. Create your offers, create a lead magnet, write a nurture sequence, build a weekly content engine, promote your offers once per month, and then send traffic from your content, your collaborations, or your paid ads into that funnel. If you do that consistently, the numbers start to work in your favor. So often, I hear coaches say, "I just want it to feel easier." But that feeling of ease comes when you're doing the right things on repeat. It just feels easy. And I'll be honest, even with the math, even with the systems, some life coaches still don't follow through. Why is that? Because of mindset. So let's talk about that. The first mindset shift that you need to make is this. This is the first one. Believe in your ability to create results. So many coaches believe in coaching, but not all coaches believe in themselves. Self-doubt shows up in subtle ways. You hesitate to make offers. You charge less than what your work is worth. You ghost your audience instead of showing up. Here is what I want you to remember. If you've helped one person, you can help many. You don't need to wait for 100 testimonials to get started. You just need to decide that you are someone who can help people, because you are. Okay, here's the second mindset shift, and it's this. Know that you deserve success. This is a big one. I talk to so many life coaches who quietly wonder, who am I to make six figures doing something I love? It can feel uncomfortable to ask for more money, especially if your coaching feels like a calling. But here's what I want you to hear. Your income is a reflection of your impact. You're not just charging for your time, you're charging for that transformation that you are providing. You are helping people live better lives. You deserve to be well compensated for that. Success isn't something you earn after proving yourself 100 times over. It's something that you allow yourself to receive as a byproduct of helping people. You are helping people, just remember that. The third mindset shift is this: understand the real value of your offers. Most coaches undercharge. And why is that? Because they think, well, it's just an hour of my time. But that hour of your time might change someone's entire life. Again, you're not selling time, you are selling transformation. You're selling clarity, confidence, peace, healing, action, momentum, whatever it is that your clients are seeking. So take a step back and ask yourself, if my clients get what they came for, what is that worth? And it's probably way more than what you're charging. And no, this doesn't mean you have to raise your prices tomorrow, but it does mean that you need to start seeing your work differently. When you value what you do, other people do too. So let's bring this all together. Let's wrap it up. Hitting six figures is completely possible, not just for other coaches, but for you. But to get there, you need both sides of the equation. The math, which can be simpler than you think, and the mindset, which is where most of the real work happens. If this episode helped shift something for you and you're ready to take the next step, I have a free resource that you might have already heard me talk about. It's called Get Paid to Build Your Group Coaching Program. It's the exact strategy I used with one of my clients who got paid $40,000 to create her group program, another $40,000 launching it, and ended up tripling her annual profit for that year. Everything that we did there also increased demand for her individual coaching. If you haven't already, you should grab it at bjbutler.com. All right, talk to you next week.